Greetings, greetings. Dr. Doula here, offering you a lifeline and just hoping to add some value to your day. Today, of course, I'm always thinking about something, right? So today I heard the cicadas again. Now, I was talking to somebody last week that did not even know what a cicada was. So you have to be in a certain part of the U.S. to know what a cicada is. I'm going to describe that to you. But I want you to catch the awe in this for me, okay? So the cicada, and if you don't get the cicada reference, then I'll reference the Chinese bamboo. I want to encourage you about the things that happen when no one else is watching, when no one else can see, when it feels like darkness. I want to encourage you. So, and the cicadas are here in the South, but in Chicago land area up there in Illinois, they were horrible. What do you need to know about the cicadas? They come out every year or every 2 years. But when they really were profound, is 13 and 17 year cycle. And I remember in 2007, I remember they like just infested. So I saw pictures and videos and everything of the cicadas, and I was like, wow. But I'm a STEM girl, I'm a science girl, so I like to think and I like to know about stuff. Do you know the cicadas? They come out. The noise that we hear a loud buzz. And I heard them today, so it reminded me of them. The cicadas come out. They have this loud humming. All of that is about mating. They stay underground for either 13 years. I need you to hear this because 13 is such a sacred number. But they either stay for a 13-year or 17-year cycle. And it's really profound. What's most profound about it is they're like 8 feet. They can be as deep as 8 feet under the ground. They stay underground. Can you imagine? What were you doing 13 years ago? What were you doing 17 years ago? Do you even know? Do you even know? Here they are. They're underground. And somehow they know. Biologically, they know. There's something inside of them that knows when it is time for them to emerge. Now, not all of them. There are some that are like 2-year cycles. But the really, really, really profound one, the ones that get to us are the ones because they come in like swarms. And you can see them and they climb the tree, they molt, they let go of their exterior. And within a day, they are full-grown adults. I want you to think about that. They stay underground. They burrow their way up every 13 or 17 years for the ones I'm talking about. They come out, they break from their shell, and then within a day, they're an adult. You can see them hanging on trees. Now they're not emerging anymore here, but you could see them in the grass. You could see them on tires. The shell of them, you could see them. You could see these cicadas. And I had to get over it. Well, in 2007, I was still homeschooling. That's what I was doing 17 years ago. I was still homeschooling. And so I remember I had to make friends with the cicadas. I'm not a bug girl, but I had to make friends with the cicadas because they were everywhere. They were all in the grass. They were all over the trees. Like you could see them climbing the trees. And I had to make friends. I have friends with them. I have 4 little boys, and I made friends with the cicadas. So let me tell you what I learned about this. Because I'm going somewhere with this today. I'm really encouraged about it. And I hope it encourages you. There was a cicada that looked like it was struggling to come out of its shell, its exoskeleton. They emerge and they come out white. And it looked like it was struggling. So I decided in 2007 with my boys, I said, we will help it. So I got something really delicate and I said, I will help it emerge. I will help it come out of this shell. And do you know, so we watched it trying to break out. And that one wing, I think it was one wing that we thought it was struggling with. That one wing, we watched it and that wing never formed properly. It never shaped properly. It never came forth properly. So I learned a lesson there. Okay, so what am I talking about? First of all, I'm amazed that these insects biologically, they know that they stay in the ground and they know when to come forth. When it's time, when the fullness of time had come, they emerge. Now, there are all kinds of benefits. They irrigate the ground, so like they help your lawn and stuff like that. Yeah, that's debatable. But they do, you know, if you're one who wants to make sure your lawn is oxygenated and has all the, you know, whatever, people use machines to do that. But the thing is that there are things always happening when you can't see it, when no one else can see it. How many times have you been working really, really, really hard and you just wish someone could see your work? There's something going on. When the cicadas are laying their eggs, when they have laid them and they're waiting in the ground for 13, 17 years, there is something happening there. There is still maturing happening there, but nobody can see it. And that's really frustrating. But the thing I love about them is that when they come out, we all know they're here. No one misses anything. They're like, oh my gosh, the sound, what is the sound that they're constantly making? Well, actually, it's a mating call. They're looking for their person. They're looking for their people. The males are like beating their abdomens like a drum. Boom, 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 boom. And the females are going, they're clicking their wings. They're looking for their person. Let me tie this all in. There are things that you think that will never come forth. There are things that you think that because you feel hidden, you feel like it won't come forth. You feel like that you're taking steps forward and then taking steps backward as well. Some people say you're taking one step forward, 2 steps back. In the economy of creation, nothing goes wasted. Absolutely nothing goes wasted. When these cicadas emerge, everyone knows. If you have, I'm sure you've seen somebody showing how these cicadas, they just came out of nowhere and it's like they're everywhere. And it's like, I saw somebody sweeping them by their door. I was like, oh my goodness, showing it on the different, the vegetation and different things. Because when they appear, they appear. When they come forth, they make noise. When it's their time, it's their time. And it is what it is. And so it is with you. When it is your time, it is your time. For those cicadas, it's 13 years underground. 13 years in whatever form and shape they're in. But when it is time, they come forth. Let's say you're not a bug person, because whatever. The Chinese bamboo tree always encouraged me. It always encouraged me. I went to look to see if the story was true, and it is true. There's a Chinese bamboo tree that you plant the seed and you water it. The story goes that the farmer planted and watered. First year, nothing. Imagine that. You're watering something that will not even break ground for you. Second year, watering it. Third year, watering it. Nothing. You're literally tending to dirt. A place where you thought you had planted a seed. You're tending to it. Fourth year, nothing. Come on, you're out there making sure weeds and things are not happening to these seeds, and nothing is coming forth. Absolutely nothing is coming forth. But in the fifth year, up comes a shoot from that Chinese bamboo tree. The shoot of the tree comes forth, and in a span of 5 or 6 weeks, it can grow, catch this, 80 to 90 feet. 80 to 90 feet in 5 or 6 weeks. When you have been watering for 4 or 5 years. Hey, Mama Toots, can you imagine that you've been doing all this work and it seems like nothing, and it seems like nothing, and it seems like nothing? What are you tending to? I'm tending to my harvest. What are you tending to? I'm watering my harvest. I'm weeding my harvest. I'm doing this with my harvest. No evidence anywhere. Imagine. But when it comes forth in a way that cannot be denied. Would you catch this today, this lifeline today? Would you catch it? that if there is something that you know that you're supposed to be doing, even if you're not being celebrated for it, even if no one knows or understands why you're doing it, can you catch today that in due time, if you are doing that thing that is coming up from you to do, that your heart feels purpose to do, that even without the celebration and without the validation and without all of the accolades that go along with everything else, can you catch that when it is time for you to come forth, just like those cicadas I was talking about, that after 13 or 17 years, something in them kicks in and they start burrowing their way to the top. They can be as deep as 8 feet. They burrow their way to the top. And when they come forth, their presence is undeniable. Their presence is undeniable. The bamboo, after 4, 5 years of nothing, comes forth in a way that its presence is undeniable. Your presence will be undeniable. But don't get stuck in the part where it's like, I'm here and I'm doing this and no one sees me. I'm here, I'm doing this and it's not appreciated. I'm here and I'm doing this and it just doesn't seem like it's worth anything. What are you counting worth anything? We can get caught up in wanting everyone to see us and go, yay. I talked about it yesterday. We get so accustomed to that. Like if everyone is cheering me, if everyone is engaging me, then I feel really, really good about it, myself, everything I'm doing. But when people stop engaging me, when people are not recognizing me, I feel insecure about what I'm doing. I feel kind of foolish out here watering and tending to dirt that doesn't have any plants come up, and they keep talking and asking me, what are you watering? What are you tending to? And you say, I have trees that are coming up. You just wait. You're going to see it. You just wait. There's something that's planted here. You just wait. It will come forth. And I am declaring to you, it will come forth in its due time. In its due season. It will come forth. I was thinking about a song we used to sing in choir at Tuskegee. I forget the part before it, but it says, in due time, everything will come forth. In due time. We cannot keep comparing ourselves with other people. It's why I love studying the heavens. It's why I love considering the heavens. It's why I love looking at my particular sky signature and others and saying, hey, when you came here, you wrote in on this different energy. We say, oh, so-and-so is a late bloomer. Are they a late bloomer, or are they doing the thing that's for them? Who are you racing against? Who are you competing against? Who? In due time, in due season, in your season, before you got here. The Bible talks about how before you were in your mother's womb, I always like to say, before you had a meeting with God and you met your soul, met with God and said, this is what I want to do when I get down there. This is what I want to do. But then we come down here and we see, we get programmed to believing that unless we do something in a certain way, we did it wrong, we did it backwards, we did it slow, that we're being ineffective. When we are connected, and we know that what we're doing is the thing that we are to be doing, then we can also know that in due season, in due time, that as we are guided and led by the Most High, by the all that is, by the one that sees everything, In due time, what seems late for somebody else is right on time for me. If you think about it, how many times have you wanted something and you said, but if I had gotten it back then, I wouldn't have even known what to do with it. In your season, you come forth like the bamboo. People thought nothing was happening, nothing. But in your season, according to your season, you will come forth. There are lessons that we are to learn. There are things that come before in my life. And in your life, it might look different. But it comes forth. And just like the cicadas, if you're in a place where cicadas are, you know they're undeniable. They can stay in the ground for 13, 17 years. But when they come forth, you hear them. You see them. Their presence is undeniable, and so shall yours be. If you're waiting, maybe you're already known for a thing, but it wasn't the thing that you've really been working on. People really don't know what I'm really trying to do here. In due time, in your season, you will come forth. Stop comparing yourself. Stop competing with other people. In due time, everything. Hey, Cousin Leonard. Everything comes forth. Everything comes forth. It comes forth because you are aligned with the plan of the Most High in your life. There's a passage that says, I have fainted unless I believe to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart. Be strengthened today. I pray this is like a lifeline to you. Remember, hold on, be encouraged, be strengthened, and know your season. Your season. It comes. Don't miss the lessons along the way. Don't get confused by people not seeing you. In due time, your presence will be undeniable. Mwah! Blessings.